Hi there, welcome to another little tutorial from the White Boat Studio in Sozopol in Bulgaria. My name is Martin Stevenson, also known as Stevo because I'm lazy and it's a much shorter name when I'm signing my paintings. You can find me under Art Stevo, Martin Stevenson, or just Stevo. The trail will be long and distinguished. So welcome to the White Boat Studio. If you want a copy of my Watercolours for Beginners ebook, even though this tutorial is predominantly about, by special request, about acrylic painting on canvas. So you can send me an email at either artstevo@gmail.com or whiteboatstudio@gmail.com, and just ask me for the ebook and I'll send you the link via email. This is me painting on the harbour right opposite. If you need any proof that that it is sunny Bulgaria, I'll show you the view out of the window right as we speak. This is the Naval College opposite and you can see the sun shining. So welcome to another tutorial. Thanks for joining me from, well, all over the world, I guess. Today I'm going to be concentrating on acrylic and canvas. I got asked if I would do one. This is my drawing of, I don't know if you can see that. Let me show you the photograph, it's probably going to be easier. I've just taken a photograph of a nice geranium holder that we've got on the wall outside the studio, and this is it. I'll try and do it without reflections. But I don't want to concentrate on the whole pot. What I'd like to do is crop some of it about like this. So I've done the sketch anyway, but the sketch, to be honest, on canvas doesn't really mean very much. Because you cover it with paint, it's not like watercolours where you can see through it. Yesterday I was teaching some Russian girls and they wanted to do acrylics. So we did these. And this is one of the girls' paintings, and you can see the texture on that. The lovely thing about acrylics compared to painting watercolours is that there are no restrictions, anything goes. This part of the painting here was built up with what we call scrim tape in England, which I think in America you call drywall tape, and it's self-adhesive. You cut it into strips, whack it on the canvas. This is actually just a piece of cheap artboard, and so what we did was I used some filling paste for all these textures using spatulas, literally any tools that you've got around the house or in the kitchen you can use on this type of painting, and anything goes. And that's why I like occasionally going back to, well, not back, but having there's so many restrictions regarding watercolour painting, and there's no such restrictions on abstract painting particularly, and acrylic painting. Frankly, if you can stuff a cow with formaldehyde and call it art, then in my mind anything goes. This is another of the girls' efforts. And this one, I think she called it, this looked like a rose in the end, and she said this looked like a cake. So they're literally 8 and 10 years old. This is string just stuck on with PVA glue, and then we just went to town on painting it. And this is another one of mine. I'll put a slideshow up a bit later on of some of the acrylics that I've done that are in the gallery here in Sozopol. So I'll put a slideshow of that later. So this is me painting on the harbour. This is Sarah and I teaching around the world basically. We've taught in some lovely places and we've had some of the best. This is my art studio in Pangnang Bay in Thailand, and so we've been very fortunate, and now we're here in Bulgaria running yoga and art holidays year round. You can find me in all the usual places, all the social media places such as Twitter, YouTube and Facebook. I think that's coming up next. Yeah, Facebook. And so just like, subscribe. If you want a Skype lesson, we can do that as well, and you can find me on Twitter. So let's get going and get some painting done. These are some of the acrylics that I've done in the past, and these are just little simple ones, and the canvases that we're using today are just cheap ones from Lidl, I think it was, or one of the DIY stores. So you don't have to go to great expense with this, and literally anything goes. So let's go back to our own canvas and we'll make a start. So before we get to the end of this, don't forget to comment, like and subscribe to my channels. It helps me to know that I'm doing everything right. Also, the live lessons are now quite new to me, so the technology is new and I've been battling with it for a little while. So if you can just let me know what the quality is like in terms of sound, in terms of vision, whether or not it's shaky. Obviously, I think we've got a reasonable internet connection here, but it'll really depend on how yours is too. So hope you enjoy the lesson, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks a lot. Bye.